CEO and founder of Grupo VRDG, Mr. Cabral is leading a burgeoning global financial conglomerate that aims to deliver the top live entertainment and sporting events to fans around the world. Please welcome Mr. Julio Cabral Corrada. I guess you could stay there if you want.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Can you hear me? Yep. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you everyone for being here. Thanks to the Heat organization for hosting us, and the NBA as well, the league. JV, thanks for all your effort, along with the Aronson family, for making this happen, along with Ryan, who we have over here. So we appreciate, obviously, and Nick, I know Glenn on the Heat side as well, and Ryan for believing in this, along with Michael. So we're extremely grateful. I think today is a day of gratitude. I think we worked on this event for the last, it started all like 3 years ago, but then a lot of people came into the picture. So I'm happy we're here 3 years after hard work. And it's just about gratitude and how we can, as a company in Puerto Rico, how we can elevate Puerto Rico as a gravitational center in the whole Americas to be a forthcoming force of sports, music, and entertainment, and partnership with many people. So I have to thank from Carlos Arroyo, Anuel AA, all the media in Puerto Rico who supported this, sponsors. It takes it's an uphill to get an uphill battle to get a lot of these things and large global events done. So we can just say that we're very grateful, along with our VRDG team, who are all here, and everyone is always working very hard. So for us, it's an honor. We're going to have a blast October 4th in Puerto Rico. Official announcement, Orlando Magic versus Miami Heat. I think we may see a lot of different little events that will be part of it. VRDG stands as well for, how can I explain this, not only that we put these global events, but that we also have a positive impact. What do we mean by that? And I think it's key, along with our media partners. I know Fernando Sears and Telemundo, Nuevo Dia, and all the different folks who made this happen. We really care about the community. No joke. If we do well, people next to us have to do well as well. So we're doing what's called a community clinics in the different little communities in Puerto Rico. We'll host press conferences. We'll do celebrity engagements. We'll also try to have certain activities that obviously enhance the profile of basketball youth in the sport. So I'm not going to bore you more, but thank you so much, and we're going to have a great time, God willing. And thank you for all the sponsors and everyone who made this happen, because it costs very much to do all this stuff.
Thank you, Julio. And I think to add a little bit to what you said, as well as the Magic and us, we don't only play in our community, we're part of the community. And I think that's part of what you're going to try to do as well, and we're doing in Puerto Rico and with this game as well. So thank you very much. And a non-paid announcement, Anuel will be in concert here on September 19th, and the next night in Orlando at the Kia Center. So I know, JV, you're happy with that promotion there, and so is Jared. I'd like to thank everybody here, like I said, and unable to be here with us today in person and watching or listening via Zoom is the Honorable Willianette Robles, Puerto Rico's Government Secretary of Tourism, and also Mr. Jorge Perez, a General Manager of El Coliseo de Puerto Rico, where the game will be played. We welcome them and we wish them well, and thank you once again. And now, representing the Miami Heat, I'd like to introduce John Vitelin. He is the Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer for the Miami Heat. JV, the microphone is yours.
Thank you. Well, thank you for coming. We're excited. We have a rich history with Puerto Rico. We're excited to be back. We have great fans there. We're excited to continue that journey with our fans, and now and for the future. I'd like to thank Ryan DeVos and the Orlando Magic for participating in the NBA, for their help, and I'd like to thank all of you for coming out today, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, JV. Also representing the Miami Heat here today is one of my favorite people. He's not just a former colleague, a former player, somebody I criticized for missing a shot here or there from time to time, but also celebrated him very much. He's a former NBA champion, 3-time NBA All-Star, 1995 NBA three-point champ, 1989 NCAA champion, 15-year veteran, and now Heat legend and ambassador and a good friend. Please welcome Glenn Rice.
Thank you, Jose. You know, I tried not to miss too many shots, Jose. So, actually, thank you. This is actually the closest I've been to Nick since we both were members of the Miami Heat and Orlando Magic, and when I scored 56 points against them. But we won't bring that up. Now, Nick's a really good friend of mine. It's always good to see him, and I enjoy what he brings to the game, and especially in his ambassador role. The players, they're going to get a great opportunity to play in front of some phenomenal fans in Puerto Rico. And I expect them to go out and do the best they can. And as an ambassador for the game, it's a great opportunity for me to once again speak on the game and do for the game, and get an opportunity to go out and work in the communities and do what we do best. When you talk about the Miami Heat, and I'm pretty sure Orlando Magic feels the same way, one of the things we try and do is do what we can in the communities, not just on the basketball court, but in the communities to make sure we're doing our part. And you can best believe we're going to give that 100%.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you very much. Again, in his 15th year career, he scored that 56 points against the Magic, and like you said, Nick Anderson was on that team, and it was 2 days after my twin boys were born. They're now 30, so it was a long time ago. Yeah. Actually, Nick, you only scored 20 points. You were fourth on your team. Shaq had 38, and you only scored 20, but 56, and it's the second most points ever scored in the history of the Miami Heat. Also representing now the Orlando Magic, as we said before, is Mr. Ryan DeVos, Managing Director of the Orlando Magic. Mr. DeVos, the microphone is yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, first of all, thank you, Julio and JV, for having us, and to the entire Heat organization for this opportunity to play and compete down in an amazing market in Puerto Rico. We are incredibly excited to be down on the island, and we look at Puerto Rico as a continuation of our market. We've got a fantastic Puerto Rican base in Central Florida that we're really excited to bring the game and be a part of. We've been very active down in the Puerto Rican market over the last 7 years through our partners with Ana Jimenez University, as well as the Puerto Rican Tourism Company. We really value their relationships to be able to bring clinics to the youth down there and really just be able to show off the game, the NBA game, and ultimately the Orlando Magic to Puerto Rico. So incredibly excited for this opportunity, very appreciative for it. Looking forward to it, and we've been longtime rivals for quite some time, which has been fun. And I will say, Glenn, Nick brought it up pretty quickly. He remembers the 56. But it's amazing to be able to collaborate on something like this, be competitive on the court, but be able to collaborate in this community and be able to continue growing the game in unison. So great opportunity, and very appreciative to you all for coming out and being a part of this.
Thank you, Mr. DeVos. And finally, representing also the Orlando Magic is Nick Anderson, the Magic's first ever draft pick. Interesting because that year, too, the Heat started in 1988, the Magic started in 1989. And in 1989, their first pick ever was Nick Anderson. He was the 11th pick in the draft, a 13-year veteran, including his first 10 with the Orlando Magic. Nick Anderson ranks as the Magic's all-time leader in games played, field goals made, steals, field goals attempted, and three-point field goals attempted. Number 2 in points behind Dwight Howard, by the way. Please welcome Orlando Magic Community Ambassador for many, many years, Nick Anderson. Nick.
Thank you. Well, I would be remiss if I don't mention, me and Glenn has had battles, not just in the NBA world, but we go back to college. Him being a Michigan Wolverine, me, University of Illinois, so we clashed on several different occasions. And as much as it hurts me to say this, they beat us on the last second shot in the Final Four, so we go back to that. But moving forward, as an organization, we're looking forward to playing in Puerto Rico against, as Ryan mentioned, our rivals in the Miami Heat. I think it's going to be a great game, great opportunity, and for his community. I told a story to Ryan back in the room back there. His grandfather, he always talked about being in the community. That's the thing that we're going to do first. Basketball is there, but taking care of the community is very important as the game being played on the court. So we're looking forward to the game in Puerto Rico. It's going to be fun. It's going to be challenging. We're also looking forward to doing things in the community. I think that's where it starts too.
Thank you very much, Nick. And, every time that I travel to the games in Orlando, you're always there, you're always present, you're always on the court. I know that that's important, and that's how we do it at our place here as well with Glenn and so many of our ambassadors. So thank you. And JV had one final thought here that would like to express.
Yeah,
JV?
finally, I'd just like to say thank you to Julio and the VRDG folks. Has it been 3 years, really? Wow. Well, it's been a long time. We appreciate it, and he's the one that brought this to us and has worked with both organizations to make this happen. So I just wanted to say thank you to you and your group, and we're looking forward to working with you. So thank you.
Thanks, JV. So that concludes our event today. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. We hope to see you on October 4th in San Juan, Puerto Rico for a great game, a great time. Not just on the court, but outside the court as well. So on behalf of the Miami Heat and our home here at the Casella Center, thank you for coming. We have for you some pictures as well. If we have any questions, we also have that available to you. Algunas preguntas si tienen, I can translate if possible. And when we're done here, you can take pictures with our trophies in the back. And then go back to the room, and we will have a little bit more food, and we could have a toast as well. I saw some champagne glasses, so we have to use them. Okay, so necesitamos.
By the way, Jose, before we go into questions, remember something important to make this happen. Tickets go on sale in the pre-sale on Thursday at tiquetera.com. It's the pre-sale Banco Popular, and then the general sale via Tiquetera as well. Friday, 10 a.m. We need to recoup everything.
Great, okay.
Sí, cómo no, claro que sí, gracias. Los boletos estarán disponibles desde este jueves 14 de agosto a las 10 de la mañana en la preventa exclusiva para clientes del Banco Popular a las 10 de la mañana y la venta general el viernes 15 a las 10 de la mañana por tiquetera.com. Gracias.
Si alguien tiene alguna pregunta, levante la mano y tenemos un micrófono para que puedan escuchar por el internet también. Gracias.
Traduce.
¿Le puedo traducir? ¿Cómo no? ¿A quién le va a hacer la pregunta?
Dos preguntas.
Two questions.
Jugadores y luego
Sure, to players
gerenciales
and
de
then-
equipos. Primero jugadores. Los rosters de ambos equipos presentan muchos jugadores internacionales, lo que me parece un cambio, ¿verdad?, de dinámica en comparación con los últimos equipos que fueron a Puerto Rico a jugar. La pregunta es, ¿verdad?, conociendo eso, ¿cómo será la experiencia del puertorriqueño de ver un juego de NBA con un flavor internacional?
Sure. The first question is to either Glenn or Nick as well, is that now so many international players who are in the NBA. I want to say that over a third of the NBA is now international. And how does that feeling, and how are fans going to react or feel to that, seeing all these international players? That was different than it was maybe the last time there was a game in Puerto Rico. I'll start with you, Glenn, and the influence and the influx of international players in the NBA.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that goes to show you the growth of the game. When I was involved in the NBA, we had a smaller group of international players enter into the NBA. As the NBA spread its arms out and welcome more opportunities to play in the different countries, it allowed eyeballs to be put on the NBA, and then also greater access for players who had the ability to have an opportunity to play in the NBA. So, and also their talent. Man, they kept getting better and better and better each year. So it was they definitely got the attention of the NBA, and that's why you see more and more international players playing in the game, and they're very competitive, and they make the NBA what it is today.
Nick?
Well, as Glenn mentioned, you see that the game has evolved. Back in the times, when me and Glenn played, and before that, American players went overseas to play. And now the game has evolved. They're over here, and the talent that's in the game today. And I have to say this: you look at Nikola Jokic as a big man at 7 foot. 7'1", the things that he can do, it just makes this game more special. It puts more eyes on the game. What the international players bring to the game, and you must say that the American players, hey, you have to step up your game because the international players, they are evolving, they're coming, and the doors is open.
Ambos jugadores mencionaron el crecimiento de la NBA, el crecimiento de la NBA en el mundo internacional y que ahora son extremadamente competitivos, mucho más competitivos. En el pasado, si acaso, habían jugadores que iban de los Estados Unidos a jugar a Europa, ahora son los europeos que están jugando en los Estados Unidos, pero ves el crecimiento y el talento que hay. I'd like to add, quisiera añadir que creo que los últimos 5 jugadores más valiosos en la NBA han sido internacionales. I think I'd like to add the last 5 NBA MVPs have been international players as well. ¿Alguna otra pregunta? Quisiera, ahí atrás, por favor, get the microphone, please. Thank you.
Hola, buen día. Ricardo Torres de Telemundo. La primera pregunta es para Julio. Hace 19 años que la NBA no regresaba a Puerto Rico. Se da en esta ocasión. Háblame sobre lo que significa para ustedes como compañía poder concretar el regreso de la NBA a Puerto Rico con 2 franquicias tan cercanas a la isla como los Heat y los Magic.
Gracias, Ricardo. Para nosotros es un honor que la NBA regrese y que los Heat vengan a su 7º juego que han realizado en la isla desde el 1993, que vinieron por primera vez. Y la última, como tú muy bien dices, en el 2006. Así que para nosotros es un honor poder lograr esto porque ha sido mucho trabajo, mucho sacrificio, muchas personas envueltas, no es fácil. Así que yo creo que más que para nosotros, a mí me llena genuinamente de felicidad, porque sé que hay jóvenes en Puerto Rico que, al igual que yo me siento pompeado a que esto va a ocurrir, ellos van a estar súper excited, y súper entusiasmados de que viene el NBA y voy a poder verlo aquí, no tengo que viajar y pagar, y they're going to have the opportunity, kids in Puerto Rico, to see that in live in the island. So we're very grateful for that, us as a company, and then I think for Puerto Rico as well.
Right. Again, the question was, the 19 years since there was a game played in Puerto Rico, and again, it takes a lot of hard work to get these games and the preseason games going, and thank you to Julio and his group to get this going, but how important it is for the community as well, for kids to see these games as well. ¿Otra pregunta? Follow-up?
One for Nick and one for Glenn, if you allow me. Glenn, this is the 7th time the NBA has come to Puerto Rico and the 7th time that the Heat plays in Puerto Rico. So can you explain a little bit about that relationship with the Latin community, especially with the Boricuas, with the Puerto Ricans?
Sure. No. I think when you talk about Miami, I mean, Florida, period, you have a lot of Hispanics here, Latin culture, and that connection there is very special. I mean, I've been here since '89, and I've seen it. I've seen it grow, and it's a very special relationship. And the love, not only just from the fans, but it's reciprocated. The players, we love the flavor that we're getting from them, and one of the things we cherish is that relationship. So when we have the opportunities to go play in front of the fans here or in Puerto Rico, we're very honored, and we try to do our best to make sure everything goes exactly right.
Sí, para el caballero de la gerencia del HIT, de parte del HIT, cómo esto pudo darse, ¿no? Luego de tanto tiempo.
JV just wanted to know, a little bit of the process after so many years of this happening. How did it happen? Really, this game in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it began with some conversations with Julio on re-engaging with Puerto Rico as a market, really, and looking at options and opportunities, and it just sort of evolved from that, and it evolved into actually playing a game. So we worked closely with the NBA, who were a huge help, as well as the Orlando Magic, and it just developed into this idea, and we managed to put it together, and here we are.
Conversaciones que comenzaron con el señor Cabral, ¿no? Y entonces se desarrolló, evolucionó a donde estamos el día de hoy, hablando también con nuestros amigos del Magic de Orlando, y aquí estamos hoy.
So the Magic going back to the island, how much are you looking forward to meeting the Magic fans? Because if you come to think about it, you guys even share a Puerto Rican player. Carlos Arroyo played with the Heat, played with the Magic too, and he left quite an impression about tips. So can you talk a little bit about how much are you looking forward to meeting Magic fans down in the island?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. As you mentioned, Carlos Arroyo, very exciting Puerto Rican player, you know, flashy, could do a little bit of everything. He let you know that he has arrived. That was his mentality. But we're looking forward to it, meeting those Magic fans down there in Puerto Rico. I'm especially looking forward to it. I visit Puerto Rico on several different occasions, vacationing, but now in this setting, I'm looking forward to it.
One more over here. We good on time, Lorenzo? We're good? Great.
Hey guys, RCN Colombia, and I've seen that this is the furthest south you've taken the game, an NBA match. Are you guys flirting with the idea to show this kind of a spectacle to further south, maybe South America, maybe like give them a little taste of what NBA matches are?
I'm not sure who's, I'm sorry, is for Julio?
For anybody.
Okay. Well, actually, I have to correct you, sir. We played a couple years ago in Brazil. So the Heat has been to Brazil. We've been to the Dominican Republic. I'm not sure how that is on the hemisphere, on the longitude, latitude situation with Puerto Rico. I want to say it's further south, but I might be wrong a little bit, just by a touch. But I think that sometimes, and I'll answer this, and if you want, the NBA controls a lot of what happens outside of the United States. And sometimes they have their own games. I know that the Magic just has made a deal where they're going to play in Berlin for a few games, obviously with the Wagners having them. So they're going there. So the NBA controls a lot of that for us to be able to get away from that or to be able to do the game in Puerto Rico. Like you said, it was not easy. And like I said, the NBA has their international games, whether it's in Asia or in Europe, but they also go to South America. And so that would be, I guess, the furthest south, because we went to Rio de Janeiro a few years ago. So I think I answered.
I'll jump in a little bit as well. We played in Brazil a few years ago, an incredible experience. To your point, we are playing this January in both Berlin and London, which we're incredibly excited about. But ultimately, it's an NBA-driven initiative to bring the game elsewhere. You know, there's 30 markets here in North America that can watch NBA basketball somewhat regularly and readily. So if we can bring that experience to the fans in their local markets, that's how you create lifelong fandom, and that's ultimately the goal here.
And I want to say, I'd like to add one more thing as we finish here, is that I think that, and Glenn talked about this and Nick as well, the globalization of the NBA game, I guess you'll have to credit David Stern. David Stern and the Olympics in '92 in Barcelona. I think that exploded, that opened the eyes to the world of basketball. And like Nick said, and Glenn as well, the competition has gotten incredibly. I mean, the U.S. barely won last year in the Olympics against France, and you see all the other countries that are just up there, top tier. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a credit to late David Stern and the NBA and the vision of globalizing the game. So I'd like to finish with that. Así que creo que la globalización de la NBA cuando fueron a las Olimpiadas en el 92 abrió las puertas a estos partidos y juegos internacionales. Y acredito a pues ya fallecido antiguo comisionado de la NBA, David Stern, que tenía esa visión de abrirle las puertas al mundo, al baloncesto. Y con televisión ahora y radio y todo, el internet, todos los partidos, all games now are international games. There's no local games anymore because anybody in the world can see any game at any time. And that's a credit. Thank you. Thank you. Muchas gracias a todos. Nick, Mr. Vos, Mr. Cabral, Glenn, JV. Si quieren sacarle fotos al trofeo de atrás, pasar de nuevo allá a la sala donde hay un poquito más de comida y champán. Thank you very much. Have a great day, everybody.